Good afternoon. Today we will take the weight clotting of blood or coagulation of the blood. In the last period we have seen regarding the platelets. Today we will be seeing this clotting of blood. Blood clotting or coagulation of blood means what? If anywhere we get the heart, the blood will be starts flowing, and after some times this flow of blood will be stopped if any small injury is there. So why do this blood will be get stopped? Because of this coagulation of blood. That blood which is there, which is flowing in the liquid form, and it takes 2 to 8 minutes of time, and within that time that blood will be, liquid blood will be converted into the solid form. That is the clotting of blood or coagulation of the blood. The definition of coagulation of blood or clotting of blood is nothing but the coagulation is the process by converting liquid blood into the solid form is called as coagulation of the blood. Actually, the word hemostasis into that there are mainly 3 parts are there. First one, spasm formation, and second one, platelet plug formation, and third one which is there, that is clotting of the blood. So in this way, in the 3 steps blood will be get clotted. Clotting of blood is one of the part of the hemostasis. Hemostasis into the first part is formation of the spasm. Spasm means what here? Spasm is nothing but any blood vessel. Suppose for example this is the blood vessel and this has got cut from here. It has got cut from here. So what will be happens? These 2 ends which are there, this blood vessel 2 ends, those will become nearer to one another. These 2 will become nearer to one another to decrease this gap. That gap which is present in between the 2 edges, 2 corners of this. So this one will be start to decreasing because of the platelets which are present in our blood. Those platelets, damaged platelets, will be start releasing the serotonin, and that serotonin is a vasoconstrictor. Serotonin is a vasoconstrictor. It will be constrict that vessel. So what it is? It is vasoconstrictor. This one will be start constricting the blood vessel. The flow of blood will be reduced. So this is the first type. And second type, what it is there? Second one, formation of the platelet plugs. Here first thing, it will be start decreasing the gap, and so it won't be possible to fulfill this much gap. So what will be happens at that time? The platelets which are flowing inside the blood, those will be come and gather here. I'll draw once more here. Suppose for example this is the blood vessel and injury is here, the gap is here. So these all the platelets will be come and stuck here, one by one. So don't allow the blood to pass out of this vessel. So at that time what will be happens? The gap which is present in between these blood platelets, the blood will be flow from this side. Wherever the gap is there, through that side blood will be comes out. So this is the platelet plug. Here what happens? Platelets all will be aggregated. So that is called as platelets plug formation. Plug is formed. And third step which is there, that is the clotting of blood. Clotting of blood. Clotting of blood. So here what will be happens? The blood which is flowing from here, one step, in the first step, the blood vessel is started constriction, and also blood is flowing. In the second step, what will be happens? All the platelets which are there, those will be come and settle here. Those will be aggregated into that gap. So as also the blood is flowing across these platelets. In the third step, what will be happens? Clotting of blood. That is our today's topic, clotting of blood. In the clotting of blood, these platelets, here some threads are formed, some proteins threads are formed, and the blood cells like platelets and RBCs, dead platelets and RBCs will become and stuck here. So in this way, the clotting is formed and blood cannot pass through this. So this is the clotting of blood or coagulation of blood. Liquid blood will be converted into the solid form, that is coagulation of blood or clotting of blood. Then the clotting of blood which is there, this process may be initiated by the contact of blood. When this process will be begins, the process will be starts when the blood will be come in the contact with, whose contact? With any foreign surface. If it is come in contact with any foreign surface, which foreign surface? So this is the blood vessel, and blood vessel, here the collagen fiber will be there. Collagen fiber will be present, and when the blood will be come into the contact of this collagen fiber, so this process will be begins. That process is called as intrinsic process. Intrinsic means from the inside the blood is coming out, and when it is exposed to this collagen fiber, when it is exposed to the collagen fiber, the blood will be start this process. That process is called as intrinsic process. And more one thing I want to say you here, if it is come in contact with the collagen fiber, that process is called as intrinsic process. In case if the blood come in contact with the damaged tissues, the other tissues which are present here, if the blood come in contact with those tissues, then that process is called as an extrinsic process. Means outside the blood vessel, if it is come into the blood will come in contact with those tissues, then it is called as extrinsic. And if it is coming in contact with the collagen fiber of that same blood vessel, then it is called as the intrinsic process. So by this way, the coagulation of blood will be occurs by these two steps, intrinsic as well as extrinsic process. And when those blood clot is formed with the help of these clotting factors. So what are the clotting factors? Here, intrinsic and extrinsic processes involve the interaction of some substances, various substances. When the process is going on, intrinsic process or extrinsic process, at that time, so those processes involves interaction of various substances, and those substances are called as the clotting factors. And this reaction will be occurs by a stepwise manner. So it is called as cascade mechanism. Cascade mechanism in the sense what will be happens if suppose A reacts with B and C is formed. Then C will be initiate the other reaction and D is converted into the F. And this F will be begins the reaction, G is converted into H. So this is stepwise reaction is called as cascade mechanism. Then there are 13 factors are there. These clotting factors 1 to 13. So into that 12 factors will be used in the active form, and last one, sixth one which is there, it is not in the active use. Only 12 will be in the active use. So 1 to 13. Those factors are written in the form of a Roman numbers 1 to 13. Now we see regarding the clotting factors. So here these are the numbers. There are 13 factors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to the 13 factors are there. So here the numbers are in the Roman and they have given 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on the basis of their discoveries. The first time fibrinogen has been discovered, so now 1 number it got. Then second, prothrombin. Then it got the second number in this way. Not on the basis of their use, means how much use they has. So it got the first number, second number, third number. It's not like that. As per their discoveries. First one, fibrinogen has found out, so it got the 1 number. Second, prothrombin. So here in the first column numbers are there, in the second columns their names, 13 factor names are there, in the third column the sources from where those have been produced. First one, fibrinogen is produced from the liver. Almost all the proteins which are there, those are produced from the liver. Second one, prothrombin. Prothrombin is also produced from the liver. It is produced from the liver, but it requires the vitamin K. If vitamin K is not there in the blood, those clotting do not take place. Why? Because prothrombin won't be synthesized into the liver. In the liver it is synthesized, and liver requires the vitamin K, and vitamin K if it is there, then only the prothrombin can be synthesized from the liver. So vitamin K is required for the synthesis of prothrombin, and prothrombin is required for the clotting of the blood. Third one, thromboplastin. Thromboplastin is one of the clotting factor that is not released from the liver, and it is released from the damaged tissues and platelets. It is released from the damaged tissues or platelets. Next, calcium. Calcium is we take in the diet or from the bones or from the platelets. It is synthesized. Next, fifth factor which is there, that is proaxalrin or labile factor. This one also is released from the liver. And sixth one which is there. Sixth one, someone has been for the sixth factor, but it is not in the active use. It do not have any particular use. It will be take help. It can give help to the other factors, but particularly special, it do not have any function. So it is a hypothetical. This sixth factor, we have to be remember that sixth factor which is there, axalrin, it is hypothetical. It do not have is isolated work, it do not have. Particular function it do not have. It will be give help to others. That is the sixth factor. Next, seventh factor, proconvertin, or it is also called as stable factor, that is also released from the liver. Next, anti-hemophilic factor. Here, hemophilic factors are A, B, C. Hemophilia A. Deficiency of this factor in the particular man, the person will be get a hemophilia A. Which factor? That is the 8th factor. If the 8th factor is not there or it is not synthesized in the particular person, so he will be suffer with this disease, hemophilia A. And 9th factor, Christmas factor, or it is also called as the anti-hemophilic factor B. 8th one, A, anti-hemophilic factor A, and 9th one, anti-hemophilic factor B, or it is also called a Christmas factor. Then 10th one is the steroid power factor, that is also released from the liver. Next, 11th one, anti-hemophilic factor C. It is very easy to remember that 8th, 9th, 10th anyhow, it is important. It is a stored power factor. So 8th, 9th and 11th. This is lack of this 8th factor. The person will be suffer with this hemophilia A. And lack of this 9th factor, the person will be suffer with this hemophilia B. And the deficiency of the 11th factor, the person will be suffer with the hemophilia C. 10th one is the stored power factor. Then 12th one, Hagman factor, glass factor, or it is also called as surface factor. These all factors are released from the liver. And fibrin stabilizing factor, this is also released from the liver. In this way, here 13 factors and their source have been given. Those factors will be work in the clotting of factor. Not almost all, only few of them up to the this 4 factor will be take part in, almost all will be take part in the clotting of blood, but we will be seeing here these 4 important, first 4 important factors. Coagulation of blood, it has mainly 3 steps. In the first step, what will be happens? The injured platelets, wherever the blood vessel is ruptured and the injured platelets will be starts releasing the enzyme thrombokinase or prothrombinase. Thrombokinase or prothrombinase will be starts releasing by this injured platelets. Apart from that, the injured tissues which are there, injured tissues also release the thromboplastin, and this thromboplastin is a protein. That protein produces an enzyme. Which enzyme? That is prothrombinase or thrombokinase or prothrombin activator. It has the different names. Means thromboplastin is a protein. That protein releases the enzymes. We know that all the enzymes are proteins. And this prothrombinase is also one of the enzymes that is released from this thromboplastin. And thromboplastin is released by the injured tissue. Next, in the second step, the prothrombin, which is there, that one will be get converted into the thrombin. Prothrombin, what it is there? Prothrombin is also one of the clotting factor, prothrombin. This prothrombin only will be get converted into the thrombin. Thrombin is active. And who will be make this reaction? This reaction is made by the prothrombinase or prothrombin activator. That one will be convert the prothrombin that is in the inactive form. This protein which is present in the blood, almost all the time clotting won't be occurs. So clotting when will be occurs? During the time of injury. During the time of injury only or damage only, the clotting will be occurs. At that time, these platelets will be active and these tissues will be active. Those will be released the prothrombinase. And that prothrombinase will be act on this prothrombin protein. And this prothrombin protein which is present in the inactive form, that one will be get converted into the active form, that is thrombin. And here thrombin is formed in the presence of calcium. Then next step what will be happens? Now the end product is thrombin. This thrombin also it takes part in the conversion of fibrinogen into the fibrin. Fibrinogen is also one of the protein that is present in the soluble form. It is present in the soluble form in the blood and that is converted into insoluble form, that is fibrin. Who will convert it? This thrombin. Thrombin will be convert the fibrinogen to the fibrin, and the fibrins which are formed here, those are in the form of a monomers. Those are single proteins are there, and this fibrin will be converted, these singles are converted into group. These monomers are converted into the polymers, and this polymers we call it as a fibrin thread. So here such a kind of thread is formed here at last, and wherever the injured place is there, in that injured place this fibrin will be enmeshed the edges of this wound. Where the wound is there, where the injured place is there, so that place will be enmeshed by this fibrin in this way, and into that mesh the like platelets and the RBCs will be goes and stuck into this. So what are there here? RBCs and blood platelets. Dead one. Dead RBCs and dead platelets will be goes and stuck into there. And outside what is there? That fibers are there. Which fibrin is there? This fibrin threads which have been formed, those will be present in this way. The clot is formed. This portion is called as the clot. Clot is formed. So this is the clotting of blood or coagulation of blood we have completed. Today remaining part will be seen in the tomorrow's class.